Food freshness. No matter how wonderful the food is that we buy, by the time we actually get around to cooking with it, it's been sitting around for a while. And when food sits around, its surfaces suffer because they've been in contact with the air. It's important to keep that in mind and refresh foods by removing those compromised surfaces. And a great example of that is butter. The surface of butter gets rancid very easily and very quickly, even if it's wrapped in a box with foil or wax paper. And if you taste a little bit of that surface, if you scrape it off, which is the way to freshen it, you can see the color changes. And if you taste this by itself, it's awful. It's rancid. You don't want it. And so whenever you use butter, freshen it up. Take some off the surface and get down to the fresh. Meats. Whenever we cut into a piece of meat, we expose more surface area to the air, and that surface begins to get old. So whenever we work with meat, we want to refresh it as much as possible, especially if it's been sitting around for a couple of days in the fridge. And there are a couple of ways to do that depending on how the meat has been handled. You want to scrape away any visible debris, any visible discoloration, and then you want to rinse it in tap water and then blot it off. Smell it to make sure it smells reasonably fresh, and then go on from there. Keep that in mind and scrape off the surface that's been exposed to the air. Get down to the fresh food.